I have a lot of stuff. So I'm going to sit down and go through all this with you guys. Hi everyone. So the big day for the puppy is arriving. Not quite, but this weekend. So I am so excited I just can't sit around and do nothing. I figured I would make a video of my puppy haul. It's just a bunch of products I've gotten, toys, leashes, that kind of thing, in preparation. That didn't dawn on me until I actually read it, you know, from the breeder and from other sources, that you want to have everything ready for your puppy before they show up. Kind of makes sense, but I don't know about you, the past couple times I've just run out and gotten everything the second I brought the dog home. It's much easier to have everything ready so you can just stay home and deal with that. I'd just go through and show you all what I have. I'm still missing a few items, you know, like food, but I didn't want to get that really far in advance because no one's going to be eating it. So I'm ordering that in a couple days. Grab from the box here and get started. And I need to mention, I'm not sponsored by any of these brands, not sponsored by any companies. These are not the only products. These are not the absolute correct products that you need. This is just what I have bought in my own opinion for the breed of dog that I am getting. So do your research. If you're picking up a puppy, if you're getting a dog, whatever you're doing, be sure to do your research on the breed. You know, make sure that you're getting products that are going to work and are appropriate, the age of your dog and everything else. First things first, I got a brush. Again, I'm not totally positive that this is the correct brush, but it said in the description for medium coat dogs, which they say Labrador is. So I got one of these, and I'll get a comb later if I need it, but I figure as a puppy it's not going to quite need super heavy brushing at this point. I bought these pet nail trimmers. I'm sorry if it doesn't focus, I can't see. I got this off of Amazon. I got most of these things off Amazon. I've never trimmed dog nails before, so this will be an experience. I've read up a decent amount on it though, and this has a guard in the back of it that prevents you from sticking too much of the dog's nail in it. Figured I'd give this a shot. And along with that, I bought some of this, oh, I'm gonna pronounce this wrong. It's that powder that you put on their nails. If you accidentally cut into the quick, it stops the bleeding. I'm gonna take this out of the bag so you can see it. I wanna say it's Styptic, I'm not sure, but it's this powder. And it just stops them from bleeding. I bought some puppy shampoo. They say to get something like really mild, and I've even read that baby shampoo is fine, but this is the brand that I got. It's a Earth Bath ultra mild puppy shampoo. If he gets into something he's not supposed to, which is probably fairly likely, just give him a nice little bath. I bought a clicker. I actually have used them with training dogs before, and it is so handy. The clicker catches them right as they're doing something that you want them to do. So it's quicker to catch them like right as they sit with this click. And then they associate that with a treat, so they say, oh, I did that right, instead of waiting until they sit and say, oh, good boy. You know, this is a lot faster. So I'm not sure if any brand in particular is better than the other, but this one had really good reviews. That's the one I'm going with, and I'm going to be using it because it really speeds up training. You don't need it, but it really speeds it up. These are for kind of potty training in a way. This was recommended to me, and it's actually a really smart idea. You hang it up on the door, like on the door handle, and every time you go outside, let the puppy outside, these bells will ring. So eventually they learn when they need to go to the bathroom, you know, just paw at them, and then when you hear the bells, you know that they need to go outside. So I figured that was very, very convenient. So I will be giving those a try. I bought this clip for the car. In my experience, we've had harnesses that you put around the dogs, and I'll still be getting one, but I have to wait until I can measure him. Usually you try and loop that through the seatbelt of the car, and it's just really inconvenient and awkward. So I found this, and it clips onto the harness, and it buckles into your seatbelt. I tried it at first and I had a heart attack because it didn't work, but I had to like turn it the other way and push it really hard, then it stayed, and I gave it a good tug and it stays. So this is what I'm going to use when I take him in the car. Just gonna buckle that into the seat and clip this onto his harness when I get it. I don't have it yet. And I got this off of Amazon as well. And it came in a 2-pack, so that's kind of cool. And here's one of the leashes I got. The point of this one is it doesn't eliminate the need for a collar, but you don't hook this onto a collar. This goes around their neck. I've read and seen great things about this. This teaches them to walk nicely next to you, because if they pull too hard, they'll get a little bit of pressure on their neck. And this had really good views, and I got this off of Amazon. It had really good reviews. I think I said views. And then I have a metal leash because I will be tethering him to my bed when we go to sleep. I am crate training him, but they say like the first night or first couple of nights, you're shoving him in a crate they are not familiar with, so that causes them to cry a little more. So I got a metal leash so he can't chew out of it, and it will keep him next to my bed so he can feel more comfortable next to me at night. And he can't get away and go potty somewhere. And this leash is just your typical, walking leash. No, nothing fancy, it's just nylon. And, I got it for the pattern and the color. Of course, this is my favorite color. I got this at PetSmart and it was like really cheap. And for collars, I originally went with this one because I really like the color. And it has reflective bands on it. I'm gonna see if I can get it in some sun. I don't know if you guys can see it though. But these bands here, they will catch light and reflect it. So if you're taking your dog for a walk at night, or if your dog gets out at night, when the headlights of cars hit this, it'll reflect and they'll know the dog's there. And this seems really tough. Like, it's huge, heavy duty. But I realized after it came, this is way too big. This is the smallest it gets. This is way too big for an 8-week-old puppy. So this will be his grown-up collar. In the meantime, I got him this cheap little nylon collar from PetSmart. And yes, I already got his tag. I ordered that off of Amazon. There's lots of sellers there that will engrave dog tags for you. So just find one with good customer reviews. So there's his name. I don't know if it's going to focus or if you're going to be able to read it because it's like chrome. So that's exciting. I'll put this right on him when we get there. We're on to toys now, which is the majority of this. First thing I got were these little rainbow tennis balls. I know he's going to outgrow these really quick, but I figured being 8 weeks old, he can't choke on these yet. But I know once he's probably 3-4 months old, I'm going to have to throw these out because they're way too small and I don't want him to choke on them. I will upgrade him to larger tennis balls. And of course I got him a Kong Binky. It's a really good chew toy. I had a dog in college that was a vicious chewer, and Kong products held up very well for him. So this will help him chew, keep him busy, because puppies go through teething, so this will help. And going with Kong still, I got an activity ball. Yeah, this is just the same concept. It's a teething toy, but it's got more texture to it. And you can fill the edges with that Kong, it's like squeezy cheese kind of stuff, but you can like squeeze it into the sides, and you can stuff the middle with like a bone or something, so it keeps them busy. And Kong again. I have another teething toy here. This one's kind of the same concept. It's got those ridges, and then you can fill the cracks with that squeeze stuff. And I bought it slightly bigger because I want him to be able to use this for a while. I cannot stress the importance of chew toys. I say go nuts, buy more than you need. If you can keep your dog entertained and give them plenty of things to chew, they will not chew up your things. That has been my experience. Like I said, in college we had an intense chewer. I mean, this dog chewed constantly, but he very rarely chewed up anything he wasn't supposed to because I bought way too many chew toys. And then, of course, I bought these Nylabone rings. I think it depends on what kind of dog you have, because my dogs at home hated Nylabone. They wanted nothing to do with it. But that intense chewer dog that I had in college loved them. So I'm just going to see if he's going to like them or not. It gives them something a little tougher to chew on. We have another chew toy. This one I thought was kind of cool looking. And it kind of stimulates them to chew more, because this will kind of get up in their gums and all that. And I think you can stuff kibble and stuff inside, so it's all around good toy. I figured it would be nice and stimulating. And then I got one of these kind of hollow football kind of things. Just something to kind of wobble around and chase and kind of get a hold of and carry around and play with. So it had decent reviews, so I figured I'd go ahead and try it. I used to get those skeleton balls, I think is what they call them, but my dogs always chewed through those because they were so thin, so I figured since it's thicker between the holes, this might last longer, but we'll see. And I got this sucker. This should hopefully last a while. It's a Kong Jumbler. This toy is supposed to help like your dog's curiosity, because it's got a tennis ball inside, it rolls around unpredictably, it's got handles that can pick it up, and it squeaks. So this should hopefully keep them pretty entertained. The rest of these are one brand called West Paw. I've seen lots of good reviews for this. Everyone recommends it. And I know this is hilariously large for a little puppy, but I'm hoping that he'll grow into it. So this is like a chase and fetch toy, and it floats in water, so you know, if you go to the lake or something like that, you can throw it there and it'll float so they can see it and go get it. I think it's pretty tough for chewing as well. And here we have another one, same company, and this one is more for a tough chewer. It's more of a chew than a play toy, but you can still throw it around, and I think its design makes it a little unpredictable in the bounce as well. And finally, we have this guy, which is a great retrieval toy from what I've heard, and it also floats. So again, you could throw it into the lake or whatever and your dog can see it and go get it. And I figured that he could grow into this one as well. Now in terms of food and treats and that kind of stuff, I bought these bowls. They're supposed to be non-tip, and they're supposed to resist rusting and building up, you know, nasty stuff, and you know, because that's the biggest issue with puppies is they'll want to step on it and try and tip it, and the rubber on the bottom keeps it from sliding. So I figured this was a good idea to get. And in terms of treats, it was recommended to me to not buy any treats because none of them apparently are very healthy for your puppy. But I wanted to have something. I know you can still use their food as a reward for training and stuff like that, but I just wanted something special, you know, teach him what a treat is instead of just showing him more of his food. So I found these Blue Buffalo Blue mini bars, and the flavor is banana and yogurt, which sounds pretty good. I can see that it's already expired though, so that's kind of stupid. So I guess I'll buy a new bag of it. I just figured I'd get him something, you know, that wasn't bad for him. It had really good reviews and it's pretty healthy, so figured I'd get him some sort of a treat that he could learn that, yes, there are some special treats out there, not just your dog food. And necessity. Stain and odor remover. I don't care how well you think you're going to train your dog, there is going to be at least one accident. At least one. So, having a stain remover is very essential. And make sure you do not use anything with ammonia in it, because that is also in urine and your dog will still be attracted to that spot. So this has excellent reviews, and it uses enzymes to break down the stains and the odors, so your dog will not be tempted to go back to that spot. This is what I bought to store his dog food in. So you can see it's an airtight container. 8.3 gallons. So apparently this top container is supposed to hold treats. I might do that. And it also came with a scoop. There you go. Shows you 2 cups, 1.5, 1 cup, half. And it also came with wheels if you wanted to install those on the bottom so you can roll it around. but I'm keeping this in one spot, so I'm not going to put those in. Alright, and I think that's everything I've bought. Oh, and I did buy a crate, but I don't feel like lugging that in here. I bought him a large crate that will fit him in his adult size, but it also came with a crate divider. So I block off half the crate on the inside so it's only half the size so he can grow into it. I forget what the brand is, but I can look it up if you guys want to know. Obviously I can't rate these products at the moment because I have not put them to good use. So if you guys want to see a video on how they turned out and how they held up, I can definitely do that for you in like a month or so after the puppy's been using them for a while. So I think that's it. I think the next video you should most likely see from me is welcoming the puppy home. So thanks for watching, guys. Bye!